Друзі, просто чесно, знову зі студією, знову моя прекрасна соведуча Олександра, знову, не знову, вперше в історії нашого проєкту, нашого подкасту, третій соведучий джазір, поки що просто джаз, доросте, буде джазіром. В нас в гостях пара, яка не потребує особливих окремих представлень. Це топова світова професійна латиноамериканська пара Дамір та Анна Халужан.
Привіт!
Сьогодні ми будемо спілкуватися англійською і побачимо, що з цього вийде.
Да.
Якщо не вийде, ми будемо перекладати потім.
So guys, welcome to Ukraine, welcome to Kyiv. It's been a while.
Yes,
You've been invited, but the situation is not really stable.
That's
so finally you're here. You judge. You did a great show. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Using Ukrainian music, by the way.
Yes.
Very nice Ukrainian
We love Ukrainian music.
Yes. It was amazing.
Very nice show. So the first question is, when did you start dancing? And the most interesting question, why? Because I know Damir was supposed to be a football player. He plays football really nice.
Yes.
So what's the story?
With the which year we start dancing, you are keeping that. What was 2009, I think. Yeah?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, we start to dance together, but I start to dance when I was, I don't know, 10 years old, something like that. I also play
It's not very early.
No, but I also play football as well. So first 4 or 5 years I was playing football, playing the piano, try to dance a little bit with my cousins, so trying to do all the stuffs possible. But we started to dance 2009 after Blackpool. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was in June. That's right.
Yeah, 10th of June.
10 of June.
Anniversary.
Nice.
So yeah.
So it's a lot of activities for kids in Slovenia that that time?
Yeah, it was, that time was, the school somehow finish earlier. So we have time activities to do outside as well. So, they just put me everywhere. So I was doing everything possible. I was
quite
also
successful, right?
Yeah, I was actually football also very successful. I was in the national team. So I was,
Wow.
Damir,
Why?
What went wrong?
No, it didn't went wrong. Actually, it was quite solid.
Name me one Slovenian top player.
Oh, it's a lot of.
No, but
Slovenian-
one like great.
Great is the goalkeeper. Yeah, that it's now the most.
Oblak.
Yes.
Salary.
Yeah. So anyway.
And the next one is Haluzan.
No. My idea why I choose dancing is because there was more pretty girls. Yeah? So
Okay,
that's why.
okay.
So when I was 15, it was like deciding where. No, I'm going to dancing. There it's pretty girls in the football, just boys. I said no, I'm not doing the football. So that's why.
Because many people say like dancing is not for boys.
Yeah.
And we have the opposite situation. Many girls, so I go dancing.
Yeah.
Many girls choose football players instead of dancers.
Well, or not.
They prefer. Well, most of the girls prefer football players.
Yeah.
When they grow older, the chances of football players are much higher than
Say
when
few
they're
words.
young.
Say few
Yes.
words.
So.
What about you, Anna? When did you start dancing? I mean, just dancing, doing these things.
Yeah, I started when I was 6. So basically, even before I went to school. So already when I went to the first grade, I knew like I was a dancer. Like, hello, I'm Anya, I'm a dancer, you know. I'm dancing already for
Even
1
you're
year.
not, right?
Yeah, of course. It was just kids, you know, dancing. So, and already when I was 7, I started to do it quite seriously. Competitions, dresses, like lessons, practicing every day. It was
Lashes, everything.
not
You
yet,
were fun.
but
You were fun. You was like a fun. I mean, you were
Yeah.
you knew that you would become a professional dancer
in
since
a way,
that time.
yeah, maybe it was not so conscious yet, you know, when you're 7, really. You
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
even think maybe there were times when I wanted to be a doctor, you know, a teacher in school and whatever. But maybe later when I was about 10, then I really kind of knew that this is what I want to do.
It was Kharkiv.
Yep, it was Kharkiv, my town. And then I moved to Slovenia when I was 15. And we started to dance together, in 2009.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm living in Slovenia now already for 16 years.
Oh my.
So
You
most
danced
of
together
my
16 years?
No, I started.
Okay, that's the next question. Yeah.
2023 minus 2009. I cannot do it in my mind.
Me too, 12 years.
12. More than 10,
we are
definitely.
dancing together. Actually, it will be. It's 14 years.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, we'll be 15 this June.
Oh my.
Yeah,
eternity.
Yeah,
quite a
it
long
feels-
time.
At
Yeah.
the same time, it feels really long, and on the other side, it feels like
One day.
just
Like one
So
day,
it's at the same quite mixed feelings about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
We know you're married. You're a married couple.
Yeah.
So my question is whether the marriage influences your professional career and your professional relations. Because for me, it would be maybe hard to spend 24/7 with the man whom I'm dancing with and having relations with. I mean, I would probably need some time, you know, alone. And I understand that in a career like this, you have to spend all your time together. You have trips and trainings, and is it hard?
It's not easy, I would say. It's not easy.
come on, we're taking videos. Lie
I
now.
think it's
Now the
called.
wisdom comes,
No,
you know?
no,
like,
you have to say.
it's not easy.
Yes.
Did you tell the name of the podcast?
No.
It's simple and truthful.
That's
So
true.
you have
Okay,
to say
so
yes.
Simple and
Yes.
honest, yeah.
And I guess
and
the
honest.
name of the whole thing is Просто честно.
Correct.
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
I'm saying
Yes.
Просто честно.
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I mean, it's not easy because it doesn't happen just on its own. If you don't work on it, it will not just be happy marriage, happy dancing. I don't know a couple like that. Maybe someone is so lucky, but I think if you really have intimate relationship, I mean deep relationship with someone, you open up to someone, fights will happen, you know, because we are different. So, and that's why we attract each other, I think.
Yeah.
So there are sometimes, of course, disagreements, negotiations, fights, and you know, I'm not hiding it because I don't think it's wrong.
Correct.
I would not imagine the relationship when it's just all nice and perfect, because then I think it's a bit shallow. I don't know. At least it's my experience. Maybe someone lives like this and they're happy. I'm happy for them, but I don't think I could do that. So that's why, of course, when we spend so much time together, you know,
Yes.
it's not always easy, but I think if you have desire, if you have love for each other, you make it work, right?
Yeah, it's
You
actually
try.
more of understanding each other's needs and try to find the balance between what it's my needs and her needs, and understand if she need let's say, some time for herself and I need some time for myself, that we give each other what we need. Of
Are
course.
you jealous to each other?
I'm very not jealous. I don't know.
They have
don't-
no
I don't
time
have
to
that.
look on the left, on the right. It's like,
Yeah, well, that's also
come
true.
on.
And plus, we spend 24 hours together. I know
Correct.
exactly where he is and when.
Exactly.
And why. Yeah. So, no, I have never been a jealous type. Somehow, I don't know. Yeah.
Lucky you.
I want to get back to the previous one. You left Ukraine when you were
15, yeah.
How did parents react? Because you are still a little girl. You're
Yeah.
very young. You relocate to a different country. Slovenia is not like Poland.
Yeah. Well, why?
It's more far away.
Ah, okay.
yeah, yeah. I guess they wanted a good future for me, you know. And at that time when I moved, Slovenia was a big power in dancing.
Yes.
You know, there were many good couples, really famous. So they kind of knew that they're sending me to a good place for my dancing and also
what's
for
that
life.
school? What's the name of that school?
It was, you came to
Fredi.
Fredi,
Yeah.
Škola Fredi, yeah. At that
we
time
still
was
practice
like,
there.
Marina was there as well.
Yes,
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
These stories I hear all the time. Slovenia,
Yeah.
Fredi.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
yeah, that time was like Škufca, Krajcar, Yuri, like all practicing already in the morning, 9 o'clock. So when you came, you opened the door and they were already practicing. And this is like,
Sweating.
And they were top part.
yeah,
top
they
couples,
were
yeah,
like
yeah.
amateur top couples.
Yeah.
Škufca was already professional, so
Yeah.
it was like,
10 dance.
yeah,
10
yeah,
dance.
Yeah, I remember.
everything. So it was like,
One day I came to the studio, the first year I came, I didn't speak the language yet. And because my partner was in school in the morning, and you know, I had nothing to do, I could walk to a studio, so I went to practice by myself. And I opened the door, and they're all practicing, you know, these guys sweating, and I'm like,
Knock, knock. Can I come in? Yeah.
I didn't dare because I was on my own, you know, I didn't know anybody. It was such an energy. I was like, oh, no, I better go home. I was not here.
Who was your first partner in Slovenia? Clement.
Clement, yeah.
Clement.
Yeah, we
Are
danced
you
together.
friends with him? No?
Yeah, we practice in the same studio.
Oh, okay.
when
So-
we are in Slovenia, yeah.
Yeah.
But at the moment, we both travel so much. So it's,
Yeah, we actually
yeah.
rarely see each other because we
Yeah.
have different schedules.
That's my next question. How does your regular day look like?
Ooh, there is
Normal.
no regular
There
day.
is not regular day.
More or less. Okay, more
No, but
or
when
less.
you're on the spot,
Yes,
at least
yes,
like
yes.
few weeks or 1 week or whatever.
Yeah, let's say if we are in Slovenia, there is usually, I take care of our dog, yeah. I take
the
a
morning?
walk in the morning.
What time?
Usually it's different. If we come from Asia, then I have a jet lag. So then it's early 7 o'clock. We already go for a walk. If it's, let's say now we will came from Kiev, probably we will need a good sleep. So we will go walk at 8 or 8:30. Usually we have a breakfast. You don't have a breakfast usually in the morning. I have a breakfast
Sometimes
for
I
sure.
do.
Yes. And then it's usually we go to practice in the morning. Then we try to base that we have a regular like breakfast, lunch, and dinner, so that we keep that schedule around that. Then we teach after our practice a little bit, and then it's usually gym or gyrotonic or something like that we have.
Every day.
Most
day
of
it's
the
something.
day. Yeah,
Yeah.
most of the day it's something. So it's like
Plus practicing. So
Plus
you have
practice.
practicing plus something extra activity
Yes.
for your body.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, we have
Either
gym.
it's a stamina, either it's a workout for the
Yeah.
muscles, either it's a
see.
gyrotonic, that it's activity on the machine.
How long do you practice normally?
Consciously. I mean, no,
That's a good question.
No, because you can practice
We-
like 5 hours and
yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
blur, you know?
Actually, through our career, we went through everything. We were like 8 hours in the studio trying to consciously practice
Yes,
and
yes,
unconsciously
yes,
practice.
yes, yes.
Then we find it out that maybe sometimes it's better just to come in, do a 1 hour and a half,
Subject,
do
yeah.
subject this, and out. It's actually different periods. If we are just before the big competitions, there is more structure on practicing sessions, so like
Physical,
running
physical,
through,
yeah.
Yeah.
Or when it's after big comp where we have time to maybe go deeper into it, then we have a little bit longer training so that we have time, let's say, train for 2 hours, have a coffee time, relax a little bit, think about again, and then another hour or something like that, so that we are not in a rush.
Yeah, but normally I like to take 1 hour and a half for myself when I come to the
That's
studio.
like-
By your own.
Yeah, I do stretching for about an hour and exercises for my body. I like to do that. And then half an hour I like to practice by myself. And then normally, yeah, like Damir said, depends where we are at our schedule. We practice about 2 hours and then some cool down, stretching maybe 15 minutes at the
So
end.
it's already 3.5.
Normally we take 4 hours.
4 hours
Yeah.
plus an evening activity.
Yes.
Yeah.
Plus gyrotonics.
Plus,
I mean,
yeah.
it's like
gym,
5 hours
plus
per day.
running.
Yeah.
Oh, but the
That's-
reason
that's
we
how it
ask
is.
because every kid in Ukraine and the dancer want to arrive with the results. They want to be top couple,
Yeah.
like semi-finalists, finalists.
But no one is training for 5 hours.
Yeah.
Normally.
The routine doesn't look like
Absolutely.
yours, definitely.
Yeah.
So that's
It's-
to think about.
It's also that you find the things that it's actually helps you, that you feel that it's benefit for you. Yeah. So it's like that you feel it. I don't know. I love running, so I can go 3-4 times per week, go just running. So it's because it's for me. It's in a way meditation as well.
It's a
So
meditation, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So it's.
But you cannot 100% suggest it to anybody, right?
Yeah,
Like
you-
it's your thing, it works or whatever.
Yeah,
So
you
it's-
have to
you always-
kind of develop what it's
Yeah.
your system and what you have to do. Yeah.
That was
So
the
it's-
question. Was there someone who advised you on
Yeah.
your routine, or where was it by yourself that you tried something?
Who's your
and
team?
Who's your
If
is
you
there
have one.
any team?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have for physical training we have a team. It's 2 guys that we have in Slovenia. We actually trust the most about the stamina preparation, the workouts for the like physical, how much
Yeah,
weight,
gym.
that it's actually gym that we do it correct, so that it's not just okay, let's go and put as
Put
much
muscles,
weight
yeah.
as possible on it, but it's at the right time, the right things. Yeah. For gyrotonic, we have a great teacher that it's actually, she was a dancer too. She was actually the first partner of Andrej Škufca.
Oh.
She was actually pulling him into the dancing because Andrej, otherwise, I don't know if he will get into the dance studio. So, yeah, she was the one.
No, don't tell too much.
Yeah.
No, it's very
and
interesting.
she's also a professor on the how to say it?
Physical,
physical
University.
university in
University, yeah.
Slovenia. So she quite understands how the body is structured in this sense. So this is from the physical aspect.
Yeah, and then we of course have also our like psychologist who helps us a little bit when we
Guys,
have
you
our
hear?
problems.
Mentally.
You
Yeah.
hear that? That's what we are keep telling actually all the time, that all of us need sportsmen. I mean,
Sportsmen,
need
yeah.
a psychologist to help handle couple issues,
Yes,
issues
of course.
with the coaches, issues with the parents if we are
course.
talking about
Yeah.
kids. And you see professional couple who is saying that among the team that they're having is a psychologist.
Because
I mean, it's very
mentally
important.
and physically, it's a very
Exhausting,
intense,
yeah.
Yes,
intense process.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So actually, during the years of our career, we had quite a few people who mentally helped us on different stages in
Yeah.
our life.
Yeah.
You know?
Professionally, you mean?
Yes,
Yeah.
I mean professional psychologists, but they were from different areas. You know,
Areas.
there was one who was more about growing up like a person. You know, there was one who was a little bit more spiritually. orientated, one who was like a sport psychologist.
The famous actually in Slovenia.
Yeah, who
for
was actually leading the Slovenian national teams and like, you know,
Yeah.
different competitions, world championship and so on. So yeah, I feel different stages of our careers, we have different issues or goals also. So we
Yeah.
maybe need different people to help us.
To mentor, to
Yeah.
mentor.
Yes, yes.
Throughout the career and life, you have
Nutrition.
you don't
No, I wanted to ask
Nutrition.
about
Everything
the
that
part
would
of
the
the
health.
team. Yes,
Please.
yes. What about? Do you have any specific nutrition and specialist that is helping you with all those things? Maybe some, you know, baths that you are taking, some supplements, because as far as I understand, sport is very exhausting, and you need to
Yeah.
have specific nutrition as well. How you handle this?
Actually, these two guys that are our physical coaches, they also help us with nutrition. We kind of have this all in one
eat only
package.
grass. Yes.
No,
This one.
no.
Yeah, with nutrition also we study a lot also ourselves.
Yeah.
I actually studied the pharmacy, so I was University of Pharmacy. So the knowledge from there, what is good to eat and when and how much time you need, that certain things start to function in your body, and these things we take it from there as well a lot. So
And you
that
feel
is-
the difference. I mean, you really feel the influence of the proper
Of course.
approach.
Yes,
Of course,
for sure.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Especially when we are really preparing for the big comp, you know, you're so tired of all the practicing, and mentally you get tired. So you really need a proper fuel for your body to function at the best level.
Sauce.
Yeah.
Help.
Yeah.
And emotionally,
It's
I mean, you have to
very
perform.
important.
Yeah.
Yes.
Being very tight, you still have to perform and to give the energy that you actually do not have.
Yeah.
Oh, for
Because-
somebody is alcohol.
No, but
I mean, you
it doesn't
relax.
give you energy.
Yeah.
It depends.
Do you drink?
I'm not a fan of alcohol. I just don't like the taste really so much.
And then the aftertaste in the
Yeah,
morning.
even
you know,
worse.
like, whoa.
No, I don't get that pleasure. I mean, I can drink a glass or two, but I'm just not crazy about it. I can drink a glass of wine for some holiday, or of course, if there is a party and I feel like it, I can. But somehow, yeah, I'm not crazy about it. So
Yeah, here we are in the opposite. Here we balance each other very well.
Are you a heavy drinker?
I would say maybe now it's less and less, because before it was like, yeah, drink, next day you wake up, you go practice normal, but now you need 3 days to come back
You
to
were
the
younger,
routine.
yeah.
So it's those things change as well. Yeah, of course was the period when you go through the teenage time and you try everything and you wanna try the things, what is about the alcohol, whiskey, rum, and putting everything together to find the
And
what
then
is
everything
working.
together comes out. So
Yeah, different directions. So maybe
Oh my gosh.
yes, but I think now it's I'm happy that I give that stage through, that I had that time of partying and everything, so I'm not lacking of that nowadays. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah, correct.
in a sense of that, because I believe that all those things that you actually try and experience, so all those emotions that is coming with you, it's also helping to you to be better artist, because when you feel certain emotions, you can then also portray them into the dancing. So it's in that sense, yeah.
you see, I'm not alcoholic. I'm an artist.
Yeah. I was
just an
thinking.
artist.
Yeah.
Well, if I'm not drinking,
I'm not
able
drug
to be an
addicted.
artist.
I'm an
Why?
artist.
I mean,
Yeah.
No, but here I agree totally.
Yeah.
My question was,
Okay.
throughout the life and career, we have people who influence.
Yes.
Do you have influencers in your life?
yeah, absolutely,
And who are they? It can be parents, definitely.
absolutely, yeah.
But teachers,
Parents.
maybe some personas.
Well, definitely my parents, they actually put me into dancing. You know, I was so young at 6 years old. I didn't even know what dancing is and what I want. So I was literally put there. And then I realized that this is something I want to do. So I maybe would not even, start doing that so early if not for them. So for them, I'm definitely grateful. My very one of the first and very important teacher in Ukraine was Sergei Franzen. So I'm very grateful for him because Sputnik, yes, because actually he was the one who showed me that dancing is something that I really want to do, and gave me the deeper understanding of what dancing really is, that it's not just about moving your body and like having a little bit of fun, but that it's kind of a science, you know, that it's something that you can discover forever. And he always was talking about how every movement has a message and the story of each dance, and he made me fall in love in dancing because of that. So for him, I'm definitely grateful. And of course, there are many people who inspired me through my career, many dancers. It's even hard for me now to remember a certain name, because at some point in my life, I realized that there is not one person that I can really put out of all of them. There were many people who influenced me, but at the end, I just try to take something from everyone and make it my own.
But that
story.
comes when you grow older.
Yes, yes, but somehow, even when I was younger, I never had a big idols. I had different dancers who I really liked, and there was some period I liked that dancer, some period I liked that dancer, but I never had that one dancer who I wanted to be like, or something like that. So, yeah, and then of course you get inspiration also from other forms of dancing, and yeah, it's endless ways of things that can inspire you.
You see, girl's mind is very complicated. The answer of Damir will be different for sure. Because I had my idol. I was looking for like there was Slavic at that time in Japan. I had the tape VHS cassette, and I had like it was Slavic there. It was Paul. It was
Michael Jackson, I think.
Michael Jackson is like is ultimate. But was Brian Ventic?
Yeah.
But you see, it's quite a few of them, right?
And somebody that no. But Brian was like you always rewind. So that cassette, everybody was on the place. Brian was not on the tape anymore, because you know when you rewind, it's ruined. So Brian was for me like number one. Yeah. Then of course I opened my eyes and look right, left. Okay, here is Malitovsky, here is Skufca, and different.
Yeah.
No, for sure the beginning was the same. Probably the first stages was, I would say on the beginning was actually my sister, because she would start dancing. Everything what, she's 3 years older than me, everything what she did, I want to do it as well.
Copycat,
so, yeah, copycat. So if she go there, I go there. So if she go there, I go there. So it's kind of that the first stage, what it's actually bringing me to dancing as well. Then she stopped very early
and became a football player, right?
No. Then she didn't do the ballroom dancing. It's such like she did more hip hop and jazz stuff, and but somehow I stayed with my cousin. I danced with my cousin for 11 years, so it was still in the family. But that was the beginnings. Actually, the first that it's inspired me in the dancing was also one of the first teachers. So it was. She actually bringing me to Blackpool first time, to junior Blackpool. So it was, yes, and for me that was like, that was actually the time that actually, I went out first round anyway. Yeah? So I was not very successful, but that's where it's actually, I see clicked, and I see that dancing world differently. And that's where I actually start to think, oh, I might want to do that for my like life, yeah. So that's the first thing that was very inspirational for me. Then, of course, later when I was older, I touched many things. I had the inspiration from the football players or football coaches, or from the university. When there was one teacher that inspired me a lot, how he deal not just introducing the knowledge from the book, but actually getting the knowledge from everywhere. So it's not just one way, you have to do it like this, but that's more broader picture. Dancing wise, I don't know, in Slovenia we were never taught to copy paste. that like do this routine from, I don't know, this dancer, copy, and you, yeah. We were actually never copy anything. We were like giving, do yourself cha-cha and choose the steps you want to do it. And at that time was no YouTube. It was just these VHS cassettes, and you put it in and you try to find something, and this how
Imagination,
you actually,
right?
Imagination, and then you do some John Travolta in between, and it's like, you know, and you try to how you want to do it, yeah. So it was, and that's why we stick in the studio so much, because there you can see other dances.
Yes.
And that's why we want to come to the studio, like Freddie and this stuff, because you see, okay, Shkufca is doing that, Yuri is doing that, so it's and you
sharing,
and you're trying things, and then you always was trying to do your thing. Yeah, so
Your adjustment.
Yes,
Yeah.
so your adjustment, your syncopations, or
Nice.
if he's doing 2 entry, I would think 2-3 end, even if it was out of time.
It doesn't
But
work.
just to be different from them.
Yeah, that's
But you
cool.
can see Slovenian dancers, we're really all different.
Yep.
You know,
Yes.
you cannot find 2 couples or even dancers who are like alike, right?
Yeah.
So
This is a problem here
in such
now.
a small country, you know, and we're all very
from the
different.
same club, actually.
And the same club,
And
yeah.
completely different.
Yeah, but that's the point of that shell, you know. You
Yeah.
want to look wider.
So,
Yeah.
actually, in that sense, I don't know. Nowadays, I have movie play, like movie artists, or some like completely different, or the people who are in, I don't know, stock market, who are completely out of that zone, but you can transmit the information to your area or something, because now it's so much information you can get just with a click on the phone.
Correct.
And yeah, so inspiration is
And not every information is useful.
yeah.
I mean,
And on the
80%
end, I
you
have to make our marriage successful. So of course, Anna is also my inspiration. Sometimes how certain things she deal with it.
Psychologist works, you see?
So
You
how
see?
she deal with certain things, I also am
We put a
inspired.
tick.
Yeah.
Okay.
But honestly, I'm also inspiring her. Sometimes I will never do that way, but then she said, no, I will wanna. Okay, I have to sleep over. I'm not admiring immediately. I have my hairs up and everything. I said, no, we can't do that. But then after a time, I see the point. So that's.
Who usually
That's
say the
nice to
final word?
I think Damir.
Yeah.
Man.
Most of the time.
Man.
No, because she's a wise woman. I think.
Yeah, I mean, I realized lately that
Lately, not before.
I'm not that
so long
wise for a
ago.
long time, actually.
Just before the interview, I'm like, I realize.
No, last few years that, you know, if one of us doesn't want to do it, it will not work.
Yeah.
It will not be successful. Even if I think this is an amazing idea, but if he's not fully committed, or if I'm not fully committed with his idea, it will just not work. Okay, something small, I can just say, okay, I'll do it for you. But like a big decision, something that we want to plan, some project, we need to be fully into it. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense to prove something to him or make him do it, because even if he will, it will not be as good.
Absolutely. I agree, fully agree. Yeah.
We have 3 majors, right? Like Blackpool, International, UK. What is your favorite? I mean, when does that successful trip started? When you felt like, okay, we are
This
running.
is my
We are running
floor.
good. We are running that way. We are going up. When was
Well,
that click?
It was that first Blackpool that we did.
Yeah, our first Blackpool was still like the turning point, because we didn't at that time in our habits was not going to London for 2 weeks and having all the lessons. She got the visa just before. At that time, she was still having the Ukrainian passport.
Oh, and that was difficult.
And she her passport need to be sent to Serbia to make the visa for England
Because
for
in
a month.
Slovenia, there was no
And-
English embassy.
And
we
she
did-
couldn't travel, yeah.
Yeah, and she couldn't travel for a month, so we were actually just staying at home and waiting that the visa will be successful.
And practicing.
And practicing. And then actually my father went to Serbia to pick up the passport, coming back, giving to us passport. We go to the plane, going to the London.
Yeah, otherwise we would not get it on time.
And then I still remember we came to Stansted Airport. It was the first time I rented the car. So I
Everything
came
is new.
But
It's
the
like
different
shaking.
side,
No, no,
I
no.
mean, it's
yeah, and
different
I
side.
came there, and because I was a young driver, I have to give the deposit a lot.
Twice, no,
Huge.
twice.
And I was
twice.
not ready, so
And we
Because
didn't
the
know.
years of experience are too short.
my
Double
credit
rate.
card didn't go through. Yeah, of
They
course.
don't say this to you when you're.
Yes.
It's written somewhere in the small letters.
So, and this was already like 8 in the evening on Stansted Airport. Next day was already the first round of Rising Star.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
Just on time.
yeah, and what we did, we finally convinced that lady on the to
Desk.
give us the key.
Yeah.
I said, I give you the whole money I have. Just give me that key and car. Yeah. So we give all the cash we have physically. We give for the
Nice.
deposit.
Nice.
So at that time, so we arrived Blackpool with that car, like evening. Next day was the first Rising Star day, Thursday, yeah. Usually with no cash, just
But we
finally
arrived.
and happy that we are there. So it was like, yeah, and then, yeah, we were immediately second, yeah, on the Rising Star. So it was,
First time.
winning
We didn't
Cha-Cha.
expect that. Winning Cha-Cha.
Yeah,
I mean,
and already to get into the quarterfinal was for us like, yeah, we made it, we made it.
I mean, both of us experienced that in a big comp like that, we can be, thrown out of the first round. Me with my previous partner, also, we were like maybe second round. Third round was already happy. So, and he was the same, like, the first time you said in Blackpool when you were junior.
I was first round out, so
Yeah.
we didn't expect much. Okay,
Yeah.
we practice a lot, and they say us in the studio we are good and it's okay and la la la, but you never know. When you come to those big comps, you don't know. You just
Yeah.
try the best. Yeah.
We didn't have any good result before that to count on that. We didn't count anything. Just second round, good. Third round, okay. Fourth round, very
Yeah,
good.
very
Fifth round,
amazing,
And then final, I just had no words really. And then the second, and then I didn't know at that time that they were calling from the first place. Yeah.
Yes,
so we
yes,
were
yes.
standing there next to the exit to the floor. Like for the first place, because I thought they were gonna
We start from the
call
back,
from
yeah.
from the sixth, right? So we were standing there, and people were like, these guys are
Why we are
confident.
so sure
Yeah.
to
that
win
you are
this
winning,
comp?
yeah.
Yeah.
And then they're calling first, and we're like, okay.
First we go
and then
back.
second, oh my god.
Were you crying?
I don't think so. No, I was just in shock.
I think
Maybe
the whole
later
week
we were
was
crying,
shock,
but
and then
yeah.
the amateurs we did, we were 14, just missed a little bit to the semi-final already. Our first amateur,
Nice.
actually.
Yeah.
So it was all that week was just kind of.
And then
Crazy.
it changed. It
Now then it
it went even.
No, then we were like for quarterfinal for 3 years. In
No,
amateurs.
actually, then we made the semi-final quite soon on one
because with this
international.
WDSF and WDC
Transition,
division and this stuff,
Yeah.
so we made the international semi-final.
Yeah, and then for the next UK, we didn't go because I didn't get the visa. Because there was a problem with my passport, so we missed one UK, and then we didn't make the semi-final for a long time.
Yeah,
So
for
we
3 years we were in
stuck in the
quarterfinal.
quarterfinal. Yeah.
And then was Blackpool. We were out of quarterfinal, 48.
That was also one time.
And that I think was the lowest point that we were saying like, okay, we have to check what is going on because it's definitely not going up.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that was the time. And then we were like in half a year in the semi, back into the semi.
How did you check? When you're saying check, what did you actually do? What do couples do when they see that something is going wrong?
I think the standard for what you're doing become very critical. So we start to practice. No, it's not good enough again. So I'm really, even when we start to dance together, we didn't talk at all for 6 months. She can say that. Yeah, it was just again.
That was really
It's a
Again.
dream. I mean, it's a dream.
For
know?
me, no.
No, it's a dream for any partner. I mean, the partner, the lady who is
Such
not
a perfectionist.
Talking. I mean,
No,
it's,
the
You never
lady,
know.
but the man
No.
not talking is
Yes.
not very fun.
it's not fun at all.
So yeah, for me, because also in
my.
football, if you want to get the precision, it was just repetition. So many shots.
Well, because
you have
there are
to
only
take.
men in football. So.
Yeah.
So many shots you
6
have to
months
take.
We're not talking.
Yeah, but actually, that's why the Blackpool was immediately Rising Star second. And then we
Could
start
be.
to
Because no
talk.
bullshit.
Then we
And then
started
we
to
start
talk.
to, and then we start to talk, and then you see where the results
Yes,
went.
yes,
So
yes,
it was my theory still it's supporting that idea. But
The regress went like
yeah,
that.
so it's we went a little bit of that, but I must say that not achieving the result there where we were actually gaining the most knowledge, because you are hungry, because you are somehow each of us has certain level that you want to achieve, yeah, and we somehow both of us very critical in a way, yeah.
And you keep on searching.
And keep on
digging.
searching. It's not good enough. Maybe sometimes that pushes us even because we are never happy. Yeah, so it's maybe sometimes not so confident looking because you know I can still do better. But yeah, in that sense, yeah.
What is the dancing dream or the dancing goal for you?
For us?
So far, yeah. Is there one? Because maybe you just do, okay, we go and we will see what will happen. Or you have,
Damir is like, yeah, maybe finally we'll finish, we'll retire.
yeah.
And I will have my glass of wine with
Or
my
two.
dog. With
Or
my
two.
dog.
But that's our temptations that is occasionally come to my head. But when I was a kid, I had that from the Albert Hall. Usually, you have the couples who didn't reach the 48s. Yeah, we usually got those cheap tickets somewhere
On the balcony.
at the back,
On the
or
top
from
of the balcony.
secret doors that I should not say it. You get into the Albert Hall for free, and then you watch it from the
Maybe
back of
it
the door.
was at those times.
Those
yeah.
times we couldn't get into the Albert Hall without paying the tickets, yeah, because we didn't have money at that time.
Yeah.
So it was, and that's I remember the wish for me for sitting and watching that floor, like a famous floor in Albert
stalls,
Hall. Yes, I said I want to dance in that Albert Hall, just to be in 48. And that was my dream for a long time. So when I was be the amateurs, I want to dance on that floor. So that's it. And actually, when you think, then of course, when you achieve that, you want to achieve the next one, and then it's next one, and then it's the next one, and it's the next one. But the major was.
But it's related to that venue, right?
Yes.
A little bit.
Yes.
So for you, probably winning international will be like, okay, I made it.
Yeah, no, I think it's the thing that I really felt that I made it. It was when we first time make final in amateurs. That was the running on that stairs, coming on the floor.
Internationals.
Yes, on internationals that we made that final.
And how many times, you have to explain how many times you need to go up and down on that stairs. It's very tiring.
Every dance, because every
It's
dance
very
you go
tiring.
down and we
Yeah.
change with ballroom.
Yes.
Yes.
But yeah, that's was somehow when I feel it. Yes, it's kind of a good feeling, you know.
For me, like you, I had dreams when I was a kid. I wanted to be there, and then I did that, and I wanted to be maybe in the next round, and then I wanted to be in the final, then I was in the final, then, you wanted to be higher. But now I realize that, there is always higher. So in a way, of course, like now we were 8 on the UK. Of course, next time we want to be at least 7 or higher, because this is just normal, no?
Yeah.
Everybody wants to be higher than they were. But I think I wouldn't, I don't anymore put myself a result goal, Like next time I want to be higher than 8, definitely, yeah? Or at least 8, depending on situation, of course, we realize where we are. But I realize that if I'm doing my best, sooner or later, the result will be better, So that is really what I can do. And then how far I will come with my best, it's not just up to me.
Yes.
Absolutely.
It's
Too
so
many
many things that
circumstances,
I don't know if I will be happy if I put myself a goal. Let's imagine, I don't know, number 3 in professional. Who knows? It might happen in 5 years, it might never happen. And then if I put that goal, I might never achieve it, and then I will be unhappy for the rest of my life.
Yes.
I don't accept that.
Or on the other side, limit yourself to be third, or maybe
fourth, or why not fourth? Why not second? Why not first? I mean,
and like you said, it's so many factors nowadays, because you're competing with all those couples that are, let's say, in front of us. They are all good. They're all established couples there.
Yeah.
And I don't know, maybe because we are inside of it, but we feel it that it's really strong already.
Yes,
the couples who doesn't make the semi, they are some good couples, you
Yeah.
know. So it's like you feel it privilege just to share the floor with those top couples.
Yeah.
I think at the
Like
moment.
Ferdi and Julia told that
Yeah.
we feel very privileged and honored to
Yeah.
dance here with you. And
Yeah, exactly. So, you know,
At that time was the final, and the semi-final was strong.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it was.
and I think, you know, at some point, maybe being at this level is amazing. And at some point, another level will be amazing. Or maybe it will get much more difficult to be in the final in the next few years. So maybe being 6 will be super cool, you know, or maybe if many couples, let's say, retire, it will not be so cool anymore to be 7 or 6. It just, it's really, it's not just up to us. And I always feel really satisfied if I know I did my job and I did my very best. So this is always my goal. And then I just
And whatever happens.
see what happens. Yeah.
So it's not like a business plan. It's not like you say, okay, now we are here. We want to be there in 2 years. And if we are not there in 3 years, then we quit or we change something. It's not
No,
like that.
I don't work like that. I don't work like that. I don't think it's right or wrong. I know many people who have totally opposite mindset and they have a goal and they go for it, and until they reach it, they
Correct.
like,
Yeah,
don't
they
stop.
have a roadmap. Yeah.
But this is just not me as a person. I have never been competitive, really. So I don't think you should do something that is not in your blood, you know? And I'm a believer that everybody has a different way to get to the same goal. There are many ways, you know? You can be super, you know, crazy about the result and only see that and achieve it. You can achieve it also another way, being artistic, being yourself. You know, there is not one way, and I think the most productive way in being really yourself.
And for you, it's self-satisfaction. So when you can say yourself that, okay, I did my best and I'm satisfied with what I did right now, today, of what I could do.
Yes, absolutely.
That's a nice feeling to give
Absolutely.
everything you have.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
you
that
are
I'm
very
proud
honest
of
with
myself.
yourself.
Yeah, that I watched my videos and I'm proud of myself.
Yes,
This,
good.
you know, doesn't happen often. You know how we are dancers, right?
Oh, I hate to watch my videos. I'm
Exactly.
like, "Ah,
So when
no
I reach
way."
that point that I love
I
my
felt so
video,
good.
that is for me, you know,
Yeah,
the goal. Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe I don't know everything yet. You know, maybe ask me in 1 year and I will be different. Maybe I lack sometimes some competitiveness and you know.
But we are
Tunnel
good balance
vision.
in that, I think.
But I think we are balancing that, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So then we match this thing.
Yes.
Are you more competitive?
Yeah, definitely, yeah. And I need a plan. I need to click things, and I know the things because...
That's me. I need exactly to know and to plan and to understand what I have to do in order
No,
to
I
reach.
also like to plan gym today, this exercise. I have a gym plan and a
But
plan
it's
where I
tactics.
want.
It's not strategy.
No,
It's
no.
like tactics.
I
yes.
know what I want to practice, what I want to achieve in the
Yeah.
dancing, what is our goal, what I want to show, which dress I want to have. Like these things has to be all planned, you know,
All set, yeah.
all set and preparation and the time and where we will stay. But then the result wise, I feel like if I focus too much on it, I will just be unhappy. For me, not saying this is how it should be.
No, it's too different in one couple, you see?
Yeah.
It's a
Yes.
very, very interesting...
Yeah, but I have to say that it was a time when we fight about that, yeah, because I wanted planned, we do this and this and this, and maybe some from Anna's side, it was maybe when we practice to find more freedom inside of it and not be so occupied. Because if I decide on Tuesday we practice jive, and
That's
even
me.
we practice jive. So even if I come to the floor and
Why can't you practice it
and
on
I
Thursday?
hardly walk because I did 10 kilometers running yesterday, for example, but I will still practice jive because this is the plan. Yeah.
Yes.
When is your birthday? When is your, no, wait
I
a
have
minute.
a story about
Sagittarius. I'm a December.
But listen, one thing. I want to open the subject a little bit because my previous partner, my last partner, Marina, she is exactly like Damir, and she is not Sagittarius. And we are Sagittarius, and we are very close. We have
You are
1
not
year.
like
we,
this
we have
as
1 year. It's 88,
Yeah.
right? And we have like very close. I'm 17, and you are
Third.
Third.
Yeah.
We are very close. And I'm like completely different. Sagittarius.
Completely, yes.
Marina used to say, "We need the plan. We need the roadmap. This," and I'm like more like a fish, you know. Interesting. It's not typical for those who believe in horoscopes. It's not typical.
No.
It's
It's
not
which
always
year you are
Sagittarius,
born, yeah.
and it's not always like Pisces or whatever.
I'm dragon year, you know. In Chinese, I'm too much in China now. It's a dragon
Kun
year.
hei
and it's
fa choi,
like-
by the way.
Oh, by the way, yeah.
It's 11th of February.
Yes.
Our Hong Kong friends.
How long do you plan to dance? Or you didn't discuss, or you did?
We didn't
Like-
want to put it like a.
Yeah, like I said about the result, you know, it doesn't just depend on us, you know. Of course, I think one thing that really depends on us is our feeling of ourselves as dancers. Do we want to do it? You know, do we have a motivation, the energy, the wish to come and practice and dig deep and go through all the pain and sweat, you know, because you need the motivation to do it. While we have it, we will do it. And then, of course, this is one thing, and there are other things that also influence, you know.
Yeah,
Of
circumstances.
course, result also influences, you know. If you see you're going up, you want to continue maybe more. If you're not, maybe your motivation, it can influence your motivation. Cannot, depends on the person.
Yeah.
So it's very hard to say because we don't know what will happen, you know, around us.
But you can always switch to more art than to competitive
Yeah.
dancing. You can do shows, or you can try
Absolutely.
other
Yeah.
directions,
And
other
teaching,
types
you know.
teaching,
Yes,
and other types of
maybe
dance.
teaching.
I mean, no, but teaching is one thing, and I think teaching is very important even to do to better understand yourself.
Yeah.
Because when you explain, it's very often, and it's
course.
not only in dancing, you very often
Yeah.
understand by yourself, oh, I never thought about this. And this is
Yeah.
very interesting. But also you can do, I mean, it's not only, dancing is not only about competitions.
Yeah.
And I think that
Yeah.
the
Especially
higher
for
level,
Anna.
the higher level is, the more options to dance you have. I mean, not only on the competitions, but it's more interesting to
Yeah.
do performance.
Your advice is about motivation, guys, from you for the younger generation, because you are established couple, you are a well-known couple, and we all understand until you are not there, you might fall off the track.
Yeah.
Like Slava, I remember, I always will remember
Yeah.
that international when Slava Vishnyakovs
Yeah.
comes from the semi-final. For already 1.5 years, he made 3 majors in the semi-final.
Yeah. And then out.
And he's out from first round.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was terrible.
And I was like, no way, Slava. And she's like, yeah, shit happens.
Yeah.
So until you're not established and well-known and recognizable, you cannot really be sure that you will be in the like, particular round. What's the advice? Because it's like it's the slippery road, very slippery.
Yeah, I think it's difficult to say.
Until
it
you
in-
are there, what
I think
people
it's
should.
personal. Again, it's, you know, for me, the motivation is for sure something different than motivation for Damir, why he dances. You know, we dance for different reasons. Of course, we have some common reasons as well, like we want to achieve some results, we want to, you know, we have some common goals, what we want to put on the table in the dance world. But again, you know, I might be dancing to fulfill myself, to explore myself physically, mentally, spiritually, whatever.
Absolutely.
Somebody else dances because of fame, because they love to be recognizable, to feel, you know, that they are valued in the society, whatever. Somebody dances because, I don't know, they like to learn. They like to learn something new, you know, especially like maybe many prom dancers, they really just like to learn new things.
I think it's more about explore yourself.
Yeah,
and
explore.
to try yourself. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
even more than to learn, because you know it's so many areas. Then you are learning something all the time, because normally when you are prem, you start dancing when you achieve something in different spheres.
Yeah.
And it's about to be back to yourself, to your femininity, to your real feelings, and to understand, okay, is it still there? What can I do with myself? You know, because it's a long way you do something for others, for your kids, for your husband, for your career, for something like that. And then, okay, where am I? Oh, I'm here. And then you're trying through your body, trying to find a connection with your soul, with your mind, with your feelings. So it's about exploration, and it's about living some feelings that you nearly forget.
Yes.
And I think that Prem loved dancing. Personally, my experience, because I am a Prem dancer. Dancers, they love dancing much more than a professional. It's my own observation in Ukraine. I don't know about the level, I mean, abroad, but here I see the attitude. I see, you know, they're hungry. They're hungry to watch, to observe, to learn, to hear, to try something, anything, jazz or whatever, flamenco or Latin or
jazz is here.
Or
No, because
anything.
they spend. I will answer the question. They spend.
No, look, and my observation that dancers are not dancing for fun. I mean,
Because
you do
they
not
dance for 10 years,
But
every
anyway,
single day for 4 or 5
yes,
hours
but it's
in,
not
in
for
the studio.
fun. But
yes,
if you
fun,
if you say,
have
okay,
pro-am, 2
no,
hours,
come on.
la la, bye bye.
Now, if you say, let's go just dancing, disco, just go and dance for fun. No dancers do this.
Oh, we used to do that, you
Yeah.
know, when we were
salsa
young.
parties.
There was times.
Why it stopped?
No
You
time.
go through the different stages, of course, yeah, that you have. But let's say motivation, because we also teach, and sometimes you try to motivate students or kids to dance. But somehow I recently find a way that it's actually okay. You can guide them, but they have to find their motivation, because you can do everything. You can do the plan, you can do this, but if they are not motivated, sooner or later they will go out of the dancing.
There will be
And
a reason, yeah.
Yeah, there will be a reason to stop, and then actually it's better to stop even earlier.
Correct.
And
Agree.
find something that you really want to do.
Yeah.
Yes. So sometimes I feel that maybe too many kids are in the dancing and trying
Forced.
because of parents, or I don't know, grandma or whoever.
Friends are dancing and then I'm dancing.
Yes, and then they dancing or something like that. But
not
maybe
about consciousness.
if you really feel it, I can do dancing because of this and this and this. Maybe it's just a tool to portray your satisfaction, to be famous, to be pretty, to be looking good, or whatever, to be fit, to be masculine, or to be known as a leader, because you have to lead for the man or something that you find satisfaction in it. So then do it. If you don't find any of those things, then just better change. Try something else. It's so many things nowadays.
But it's true that even though we are obviously very motivated and we do it for our living, there are moments when maybe we struggle to find motivation like everybody, you know, and maybe you're talking more about these moments, how to keep yourself motivated in those days. And I find a very simple solution. You just do it. No motivation, you still do it. It is not an excuse.
That's a
how
cool
long?
one.
Okay, for how long?
Well,
You do
sooner or later it will come back if you keep doing it.
Or no?
I find if you stop doing it, then it maybe will not find you anymore.
Oh, maybe it's not your thing.
Maybe it doesn't have
you
to
stop
find you,
completely,
you know? You
yeah,
just
then leave.
feel you don't want to do it, and, you know, you don't do it, and you don't feel ever that you want to do it, so maybe you shouldn't. Why not? But if I find if I keep doing the things that I have to do, sooner or later, I have a good day. Sooner or later, I don't know.
And then again 10 bad days, and then again one good day.
Normally,
You know?
if you love what you do, most of the days you're motivated and you're, you know, good. But of course, there are bad days. This is just normal, and I would just ignore those days and just still do the job. You have a plan,
Just do it.
just do it.
And
Nike.
Nike logo, like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I find it also that it's to be very present. Because for myself, I was always future orientated. I have to follow, tomorrow I do this, then after that I'm going there, and it's all about
you
the
are
future.
modeling already.
Yes, but let's say being just here in here for a few days, watching all those kids dancing and everything.
Few words about that, actually.
It's
Kyiv.
We had the
it's
whole-
really motivated for me. In a
That's
way,
amazing.
I get so much energy out of it. to see all those people still doing what they do. Everybody, not just the kid dancing, but mom supporting, the people who prepared the floor, the people who are running the music, the speaker who is doing the speak and be enthusiastic, the judges standing there with all and each of us having that little problems. Everybody has different kind of problems, reality that is there, but then all meet together on the dance floor in that environment. For example, yesterday, it was really touching.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes.
it
yes.
is.
So you came to Ukraine now. The war is going on, a terrible war. Expectations, are they what you see and what you feel here, what you experiencing right now in Kiev at this trip at the moment? Was the expectations were the same? What you
Actually,
expected?
I was
My
more-
English is so bad.
It's like a Chinese guy. You're like a Chinese
I know
guy.
you for a long time, so I'm kind of
I
trying
mean-
between the lines.
Yeah,
Gleb,
between the
okay,
lines.
yeah,
Does
that's
your
the one.
expectations coincide
Where
with
they
the
met.
reality?
Thank you.
What
Where they
you
met.
met here, what you see here?
Well, I
Terrible.
have to be honest that I was a bit scared when I was going here. Not scared. I was worrying, simply because I didn't know how it is, right? But being here actually feels much safer, much more normal and okay than when you are outside watching the news, seeing things that are happening, and you imagine much worse picture than actually it is, And I'm not like putting down all things that are happening, terrible things are happening, people are dying every day in Ukraine, so we must not take it easy. But what I want to say is that people don't live with this thinking. They live here every day with their jobs to do, with their practicing to do. And by the way, they also, go to shelter sometimes, or they
They might
and they,
ignore it.
do things that are things that they have to do in this situation. But this is just by the way. They still live their life, and then sometimes the war is happening to them.
Well, it's good and bad because we already
Yeah.
have a habit for war,
Yeah, it's
We
not
adjusted
yeah.
already. And it's a little bit, for me, I feel like for some people, it will be difficult to transform into a civil life.
yeah.
And for me, like emotionally wise, because you travel a few days earlier to see also your brother in Lviv, and I travel on my own from Warsaw with the train, but the feeling that was developing on the train, because you have time, it's not like you enter and you are here, like sometimes you...
And the snowball is coming.
Yeah, it's after, so it's kind of the emotions are coming, and first, I always love to come to Ukraine, so for me, it's like already when we came to Kharkiv and everything, always very good memories, so it's I don't know, people... For me, it's still more real than anywhere else, in the sense. So I always love to come back. That's already from a long time. Now, this time, I want to say that the major feeling that I developed through those days that I'm here is better do it now, because you don't know what is happening 1 hour later. Yeah, so it's better do it now than what is happening next hour you will see. Yeah, so it's push me to be more present and at the moment where I am, then, because literally, you go to shelter, so you can't take a shower or something because these things happens. Yeah?
Yes.
So it's kind of a simple things that it usually, when I will be in Slovenia, I will say, I will do it later, or if I'm at home, or I will call my friend later, because anyway we will have time to meet. But here I have a feeling like, no, do it now.
Yeah.
Be here now and do it. Yeah. So
Feeling
it's,
of a real life.
Yes.
By the way, that's what Hannah told. Also,
Yeah.
they also told that when we come here, we feel alive. We
Yes.
feel that life is going on every day and every minute, and this is a very rare feeling, and it's hard to get it somewhere else, especially when you're living like in a in a relaxed and safe
Yes.
place.
Yes.
That's
Absolutely,
true. That's
absolutely.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, few words for your fans, for kids, for dancers in Ukraine, what you want to live with, you know?
Don't lose the spirit.
Oh,
for me.
this we have. This
Spirit,
we
I have a tattoo on my rib, spirit. And this is one of the things that I feel I have as a Ukrainian. That I don't know
Definitely, yeah.
another nation that has that. You know, every nation has some quality that is unique to them. But I feel that spirit, duch. We have that. And I can see now the war is happening for 2 years. Spirit is still there. Maybe even more stronger. Maybe even more, you know, persistent and powerful. And this is inspirational for me. So that's why I also put that tattoo. I never wanted to lose that spirit because sometimes when I'm away from Ukraine for a long time, I kind of forget about that, you know?
It dilutes.
Yeah, it dilutes.
Yeah, she
and
become a Slovenian wife. I'm always joking.
yeah, you know, things happen to you and you get upset and you maybe lose faith in yourself sometimes. It's normal, but with that tattoo, actually, I wanted to put something on my body to never forget that I have that spirit, that Ukrainian spirit, that actually helps me go through life, whatever happens. So I want for all the kids to never forget that you have that spirit in you, in your blood.
That's great.
Yeah.
Thank you so
I will
much.
just add one thing, that it's that spirit and unity of all, each of you having together. It's just amazing. I don't know. It's like extraordinary. It's extra out of. We travel a lot. You don't sense that connectivity between the people, and
As a nation.
the first thing, it was like you never write a message here. The
Yeah,
people
you
always
always
call.
Cool. Yeah, it's talk.
So and talk, and this is for me because we used to send the message. He will read it anyway when, but here it's a call and it's these things, and
It's more personal, yeah.
and in all that unity to be together, it's still people who want to be unique and special. So and I don't know, in
And
the
free.
dance, yeah,
And free.
Yeah.
and free.
Absolutely,
Yes,
yeah.
definitely.
Guys,
Yes.
thank you very much. We wish you every success in your future, in career and life, dogs,
Thank you.
Slovenian wife, everything. One day, I hope this shit is finished,
It will.
We also.
and we come to Slovenia.
Yes, you're very welcome.
Just comes
And then
to
Jas
Slovenia.
will meet
definitely. Chubby, Jas,
You are
old
welcome,
friends.
but you are welcome, but you have to bring some sirniki with you.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I love
Oh,
sirniki,
no.
so
Everything, борщ, сирники, everything you ask.
Thank you so much.
Просто
Thank you guys
чесно,
for
Дамір,
inviting us.
Анна, слава Україні.
Героям слава.